Tuning for Dummies. So, first I want to show you the supplies. Going to start out with a Korg digital tuner. That's this little dude right here. Most of the tuners you're going to buy nowadays are going to be digital. I don't even think they have an analog tuner, so that's what we're going to use. When you're starting out, if your ear is not trained yet, I want you to loosen your strings. So we're going to come down here and just loosen everything a few turns. What we're doing is we're guaranteeing ourselves that the strings are flat. Flat means they're too loose. So if we'll go back to the tuner here, I'll show you. This sign to the left means flat. That B means flat. That means your strings are too loose. They need to be tightened. This sign over here, the pound sign on the far right, means that the strings are sharp and they need to be loosened. We want to be straight up and down on the green, right there actually, and that's A440 tuning, which is standard tuning for most guitars. So we're going to start out, and since we've got our strings loose, I start with the largest string first. This is your E string. This is your small E. This is actually your first string. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. E, B, G, D, A, E are the notes on those strings, and you can remember that by this little rhyme. Everybody gets down at Eric's. So we're going to start out with the big string because it can hold the most tension. And pluck and slowly turn the tuner. Pluck, slowly turn. Watch that screen, and what we're looking for is the E to come up. We already know the strings are flat, so we're not worried about the other letters that are coming up. The tuner's hearing all these different notes, so the tuner's not going ballistic or anything like that. We're waiting for the E to come up. So there it is. This is the 6th string. It's the E string. It says 6E in the window, so I'm going to pluck. I'm flat, so I need to keep tightening. Now, I've over-tightened a bit. See, I'm sharp, so I'm going to come back and loosen it just a tad. And when I'm plucking the string, I'm plucking and just barely turning. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. This is a rough tune the first time around. This is the 5th string and the A string. Pluck and turn, pluck and turn. Don't get real radical with your turning when you're starting out until you get a feel for the guitar. There we are, 5A. You come up. There we go. A little bit sharp, but we're going to do this again, so we're not going to worry about it right this second. Okay, pluck and turn. 4, D. Learn your tuner. Every tuner is a little bit different. I kind of know my tuner. So I'm flat. If I over tighten it, I go sharp. But I've got to back it back off. So loosen it back a bit until I fall right in there. There we go. So don't forget that when we're tightening the strings, we're going clockwise with those, okay? So again, we're on the G string. This is the 3rd string, the G string. Pluck and turn. Clockwise, pluck and turn. Looking for the 2 or 3 G's to come up in the window. I'm going to do this a little faster as people wait as long on me. If you've got a good tuner, you can actually watch the needle move. There you go. Alright, this is the 2nd string, the B string. Sorry. Pluck and turn. Tightening. Okay. There we go. And the 1E. Your 1st string, your E string. Maybe smile away, boys. Smile and wave. Okay. So, there we go. Now, we're going to do this again. That was a rough tune. These are brand new strings, so we're going to do this again. So, it's counterclockwise on the bass notes, which would be your D, A, and your E. So, again, the E string. Pluck and turn. we go. Now, if your tuner flutters just a tiny bit back and forth, it's negligible to the human ear, so it's really not that important for you to be spot on every time. There we go. You want it to settle in for a few seconds. With the D string again. Here we are. G string. Here we are. D. There we go. And your E. There we have it. Okay. So, the tuning's the same for an acoustic as it is for an electric, and if you have an acoustic electric like this is, then you can actually plug into your tuner here. This is another tuner that I had set aside. You plug into the input, but you can also use it acoustically like we were, and so that's it. Have a good day.